Good morning, folks. This is Greg Judy at Green Pastures Farm. Beautiful spring morning. It's April 27th. April 27th. And getting ready to go down here and move the mob. And Jan and I actually have been gone for right at 8 days. Didn't plan it that way, just we got hung up in Arizona. Went out there for a consulting trip slash mini vacation. Saw with some family and friends, and anyway, we got some good rains while we were gone, and I can't believe this grass, how much it's grown in 8 days. I mean, it's needing livestock on it. We're coming this way. And anyway, met with the boys this morning, and Isaac and Ike and David, and they had a plan. They always want to run stuff by me, and I love the way they think. You know, they're not just going through the motions. They're always thinking of a possible better way to do something. And so I can't overemphasize the importance of having youth around your farm so that they think differently than we do. Anyway, Isaac proposed that we're 7 days away from leaving them here at docks. We've been here 17 days, and we're going to be moving them out of here in about 7 days. And we've already got 60 calves. Well, this morning there's some more down there because I saw some buzzards circling. So they're after the afterbirth. So we've got 60 plus new calves down here. And it's kind of like moving, you know, deer. Those little guys just run everywhere, and the moms are running back after them. And so Isaac's like, you know, we're getting ready to move to Judy Farm. It's a long, drawn-out move. He said, let's just move. What do you think about just sorting the cows off and leaving the cows that have calved with their little ones here, and making a cattle drive with cows that haven't calved yet? And we'll have some steers in there, older steers, and some 2021 heifers, which they won't be, you know, anything done with them until next year as far as calving. So we're going to try to split the herd as closely in two as possible, and we'll just leave the ones that have calved here on docks. And because we've going to have a much smaller herd now, I think it's going to work out. We've already kind of done the calculations, and we're looking back where we started here at dock 17 days ago. We can graze that, but we've got the paddock I'm in, the Cocklebur field, the old field that's beautiful now, and we got we got 3 up on top. So we're going to leave 5 paddocks ungrazed here with the pairs that have already calved. And so by the time we get back to where we started and start another rotation, it'll be fine. Anyway, the plan is to take the cows that haven't calved to Judy Farms, make that rotation. They're going to be calving. We've got a corral over there if something needs to get up or whatever, and do that. Not have to move all these things down the road. You know, we got 60 new ones, probably 62, 63, and moving them down this road a mile and a half, I can see some issues with that. So it's the first time we've ever done it. But you know, our primary concern, of course, with splitting it in two like that is you're gonna cut your recovery period in half. Well, with the spring flush, I mean, look at that. Well, guess what? Judy Farm looks exactly like this. So really, the animals need to be on both farms right now. And if they aren't, one farm's going to get ahead of the other. course, we've got the 70, I think there's 72 bulls. They're over on Collie Road Farms, and they're taking care of all that, them and the sheep. But I think this is going to work out pretty darn good. The only thing we're going to have to do is we got to come up with another mineral feeder. A free choice, one of the 16-hole mineral feeders. I do like keeping mineral going in my cows, especially in calving season. So I'm going to be getting on top of that right quick. And we might even go over and borrow the sheep. The sheep's got one. They've got a 16-hole. And they're not going to start lambing until here in another week. I don't know. That's something we got to think about. It's just crazy, folks. When I left 8 days ago, this wasn't ready to be grazed. Well, it certainly is now. It's beautiful out here. These cows are going to put on some weight. And that's the beautiful thing about calving on warm weather, green grass. And, you know, this stuff of calving in January, February, and I get tickled when you read the article, oh, people are getting ready for spring calving, they're starting to calve. It's like, folks, January, February is not spring calving. That's winter calving. And, you know, I just heard a report down the road here, a guy lost 8 calves. 8 out of, you know, I think he's got about 60 cows. That's over 10% of his calf crop gone. They died, froze to death. Does the same thing every year though. I've been doing it that way for 30 years. I just couldn't stay in business losing over 10% of my calf crop just because they tell us we need to calve in January, February. Why are they telling us that? I mean, they're still teaching it. A lot of the professionals, you know, oh, you got to get those calves out in January, February so that when that spring grass gets there, that calf's big enough to eat it. Well, what did it cost you to do that? 10% of your calf crop? Whew, that's pretty pricey, what I call winter calving. It's hard on the cows. It's definitely hard on the baby calves, the ones you do save. And you're fighting nature. Nature's not dropping fawns in the snow in January, February. They just aren't doing it. And, you know, so what have we done? We've got all these heater boxes now. People are selling heater boxes. You can buy a heater box to put your calf in. It's like, what? They got them. They got these darn heater boxes now. You put your calf in. Get him unthawed. You know, get the ice off of him if he's still alive, that is. Try and save him. It's like, my goodness. Why would you do that when you can do this? I mean, right now it's when the fawns, I mean, the deer are dropping their fawns now. Cows are doing well. They got good condition on them. Calves are doing well. No scours yet, knock on wood. We haven't had a single case. And I think a part of that has to do with keeping your animals moving on clean, green grass. And, you know, when the mother gets a good bite of nutrition, she's going to pass it right on to her calf. So the boys are building a lane right now. We're getting ready to sort these cows. It's going to be an interesting time. I've never done this before, but golly, I can't say enough good about Isaac and Ike and David. You know, they're thinkers. They're thinkers. That's what they are. They're always trying to figure out a better way of doing things, and you can't put a price on that, folks. You simply can't. But when they encounter a problem, they sit back and look at it and figure out, is there a better way of doing this, and what about this? And so when they came with that idea to me this morning, they were all looking at me kind of apprehensive, like, well, Greg's probably going to shoot this down. But, you know, they had enough courage to say it anyway, and I readily accepted the notion. And we went right into our grazing chart and started planning how to work this out. I love the idea. We're going to try it and just see how it works. I think it's going to be good. So we'll keep y'all up to date. Going to be 2 herds of cows here this spring. One that's already calved and one that hasn't. And we'll keep y'all updated. You all have a good one, and we're going to be seeing a bunch of y'all at the grading school coming up here next week. And then the advanced grading school is filling up. I think there's maybe half a dozen slots left, but that's the following week of May. So go to our website, greenpasturesfarm.net. If you're interested, you can sign up right there. And hit that subscribe button on the way out and that like button. We'll see y'all next time.